Minutes.
Can take them.
Dawn? Okay. Resolution 2 for the dock expansion.
I'll take that, Madam President.
Okay, Sean. Mayor, do we have an update on this?
Things are proceeding as planned. Looking at the end of March for construction to start.
Perfect. Okay, local law increasing the Board of Assessment.
Do we want to do a count?
With that?
Council?
Council's good.
Okay. Okay. Public hearing.
Council as well?
I'm good with
I think
it.
it's,
Perfect. Okay, then next is the resolution we received from Dave Morano regarding the senior and disability exemptions.
do we want
I'll
to do
take that unless
council
you
on
want to do
that?
council.
We can do council. Everybody go with it?
Yep.
Yep.
Dave, you good? Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the resolution to enter into the agreement with Erie County for stop DWI.
That should probably be council too.
I'm good with it. Everybody good with council?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought, Tom, are you good?
I didn't hear you, Jenna.
I thought Tom was going to say something. You good, Tom?
Yes, I'm good with council.
Okay, okay. All right. Okay. All right, the 1.5% retro raise back from January 1st, and then a 1.5% raise for July 1st for the non-union employees. May want it, council?
I'll sponsor it unless you want to go council.
Tom?
Either one's fine with me.
Question. I mean,
Yes.
I know this was originally thrown in contingency, which is just a way of saying just in case things go south on us. Is that correct?
It is on the contingency lines, yes.
So clearly, if we
No?
approve
Oh,
it now,
oh,
in
hold on.
June, that could be a problem.
Bill is shaking his head at me. Bill, you're
Bill, you're on
muted.
mute.
You're on mute.
I was using my speaker button there. The way that worked out is the council moved it to contingency with a resolution, and then the mayor vetoed, and then the veto wasn't overridden, so that just reversed off out of contingency back to the budget lines where they were. And then we all agreed that we needed this resolution to actually go ahead and give the raises. But the budget lines are all correct, and they're there
Okay,
for the raises.
so it is on the salary line.
It's on all the salary lines, yes.
Okay, that's what I originally thought, and then I spoke to the mayor, and we then thought that it was on the contingency line, so thank you for clarifying.
Right, yeah, the one that's actually posted on our website has all the salaries back to what the veto reflecting.
Perfect, okay.
I
So
mean, I don't
Tom,
have a problem with it right now. My only concern is come June, if, things go south on us, but, we approve everything now. That's my only concern. And then I'm okay either way. If you guys are comfortable, then I'll be comfortable. I'm just kind of dialoguing about it, that's all. Because we don't know what's gonna happen, clearly. 3 months from now, we could have some major issues,
Right.
that's all. Thoughts?
I think it's a valid concern, Tom. However, I do think, that, I mean, it was in the budget that we approved, so, I mean, if we have to move something from contingency over, then we can do it at that time. But I think, I don't know, I'm gonna err on the side of pessimism for now, or optimism, I'm sorry. Was that Freudian? I don't know. On the side of optimistic 6 months, so that's where I am with.
Yeah, and we
Okay.
can certainly reevaluate.
Very good. So I'm okay with council if you guys want to do council.
All right, let's do council.
Sure.
Okay, at our last meeting, we talked about the domestic partnership registry. I also know the mayor had sent a few forms to the city attorney just to review. Is council good with this?
Absolutely.
Perfect, okay. Mayor, did you have anything additional to add?
No, not really.
And then we have the records retention
Is Jim gonna read
resolution.
this whole thing?
No, we'll make a motion to waive it. When we get to it.
Or I can just say, yes, get up to the point where we can get up to where the point of the gets into the details, and I can just say that that's for the rest of your agenda. However, either way,
Then the records retention, oh, sorry, Sean, did you raise your hand?
Nope, I was just scratching my head.
Oh,
Sorry.
Then we have the records retention resolution. I know we received it late last week. Mike or Brittany, did you have anything to add on this?
No, we prepared the resolution as it's going to be required by law in order for our police department to be accredited. So it's really, we don't really have an option if we want to keep our accreditations and be in compliance with that, those regulations.
Okay. Anyone have any questions? Who wants it?
I'll take it, Madam President.
Ron? Okay. I'm going to make a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel of a particular person. Do I have a second?
I'll second, Madam President.
Second by Mr. Rounstrau. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Jenna, just give me a moment to remove everyone back into the waiting room for those individuals that are on the Zoom call. We're just gonna put you into the waiting room until the executive session is over. So just give me a minute.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have Bill, Tom, Brittany, Sean, Rick, Dave, Mike, Jenna, Dawn, and myself. Okay, everybody else is in the waiting room. And I'm gonna
Did he-
pause the recording.
Should we read Legislator Hardwick's proclamation?
Sure, I can read it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Madam President, everyone is, from the waiting room has been re-entered into the Zoom meeting.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We'll now go around the room. Mr. Newman?
Thank you, Madam President. I do have a little bit of an update from Chief Stewart. We currently have 10 firefighters that have been vaccinated for the first round, 28 days. Then they'll get a second round. And then by the end of the week, we should have 20 firefighters vaccinated. And from what I understand, the police department is in phase 1B. Fire department's in phase 1A. So they're next. They should be next to get vaccinated. So that's a good thing for sure. And that's all I have. Thank you, Madam President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Newman. Ms. Cameron.
Hi, guys. Just some information that I wanted to share. The Senior Citizen Committee that was formed back in December met this morning. I'm just waiting to get some information from them in regards to it. But I did happen to speak with Mandy this afternoon in regards to it. I feel that she should be involved in this. I did speak to Jenna briefly about it today. I think she should be, enlightening all of the committee members, her side, so that we're all aware of what's going on and what they do on a daily basis. And that to make them aware that we're not trying to eliminate anything for the senior citizens, maybe grow from it. Meaning doing something as far as having the youth as well as the senior citizens involved. So I am going to bring that up to their attention as well. Hopefully we can move forward with that. And then my understanding is I don't think we've got confirmation yet, on Saturday, actually touring the new location potentially. Do we have times
I
yet?
believe
Yeah,
Dale,
so 11 and 12.
Okay. And do we know who's going at what time?
Yes, I sent that email yesterday.
I think it was Dave and Tom at 11.
Dave and Tom are at 11.
Okay,
You and Sean are at noon.
Right.
okay.
And
I
then
think.
you'll just want to work with Dale on getting the committee involved to see the location too.
Correct, because he said that they were going to shoot for maybe like Saturday meetings moving forward. So, and I said, that's not a problem for me. The other thing real quick that I need to reach out to the mayor with, Jason Knight has asked that we have maybe some sort of a meeting in regards to the rezoning moving forward with the mayor's office. And I'm assuming it's going to be with Jason LaMonaco as well, and maybe Eric with the rezoning, or maybe just Eric. So I will be getting in touch with you as well. Would you want to do that via Zoom, I'm assuming? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do you have a particular time that would be better for you, or do you want me to send you an email on that?
I'll work with Jason because I know with his teaching schedule,
Okay.
he's kind of all over the place. So yeah, we'll work with Jason to figure out a few days and times that work, and
And then we'll discuss it.
yeah, we'll work around that.
Okay, no problem. I will do. Thank you very much. That's all I have, Madam President.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cameron. Mr. Elstrow.
Nothing much. I do want to probably take this opportunity, and I'll mention again in the closing comments. The Police Reform Committee is doing the community outreach presentation tomorrow night. It's been around on Facebook. There's been some flyers and stuff put up at some stores and in buildings in the churches. If anybody can make it, the whole idea is just get some more community input on their thoughts. There's a survey that's out there if you can answer some questions. Ultimately the council is going to be presented to the council. We'll have to have a resolution in place, all kind of pushed down from the governor. It's a great opportunity to kind of speak to some of the things, to maybe learn a little more. And I think it's been a great process. So if anybody can jump in on that, if anybody's available, spread the information a little more, but it's going to be tomorrow night at 7:00. What else? We had an email going around. I had a post out on Facebook Rick had reached out to our representatives from Spectrum Charter just in regards to a specific residence issues, and he was helping out. We had spoken before since back when we did the franchise agreement, so he's been a great contact. He did mention that there's been some issues in certain areas. I think they're still troubleshooting it, but again, anybody that, does have some issues, encourage them to reach out to get some troubleshooting done, bring somebody in here. As always, has been a problem with the complacency. Everybody's kind of just got to the point, well, Spectrum stinks and, our service is terrible. But I think there's a process. There's technicians in place that can help it out. Unfortunately, right now it's our only option. I did include Dave on, I reached out to Greenlight Networks. I brought them up before. They're still going through the bureaucratic process of getting themselves set up in Buffalo where they started out. They're at, I think, phase 3 is where they mentioned getting the proper permits and, right of ways to attach to poles to do the underground digging. So, they're going to they're expecting to be done, I think, first quarter of next or this year before they move on to other areas. And no real new information is that they haven't made any decisions yet. So again, still optimistically hopeful that we might have an alternative within the near future. Beyond that, that's the only updates that I have.
Perfect. Thanks, Sean. And I know NT was working with Greenlight too, or, they had reached out to them as well.
Yeah, well, they do have a government rep, from months ago when I reached out to them. So they put us in touch with her. At least there's movement. There's people in place that are ready to work with us. I did have conversations, brief preliminary talks with the engineer and the building inspector, Eric, that we could put things into place, and a lot of the stuff is doable. Rick and I have talked that is more than welcome another opportunity in here. So, hopefully get some traction over the next year or so.
In the Spectrum issue, because we have gotten some feedback, is it more of a isolated home to home issue?
It's always hard. I think it's always hard to say with that. That one resident was having specific issues. I see a lot of comments and posters constantly posted on the community pages, and I try to reach out to people. There's so many factors that you have to look into with issues, so many things that affect Wi-Fi. Spectrum only guaranteed your speed and your bandwidth right up to the router. So, they would have to troubleshoot some of those other things. What's that, Rick?
I got a email from Mark late in the day, and he said that the Will's security camera was not hooking up to the 5G, was hooking up to the 2G.
Right.
Also that their laptop was connected to the modem through a Ethernet cable. So all of that was bogging down the bandwidth in the house. But all the lines, they checked all the lines, both to the pole and from the pole to the house, and also the lines inside the house, and there were no issues with the lines. So
that's great.
It's an internal issue at the residence as far as their technology, and not a Spectrum issue caused by faulty equipment.
And a lot of the times that's what it is. It's quick to blame. It's easy to blame them. It's kind of the quick go-to. But like I was saying, there's a lot of factors that do affect it. Definitely reach out to them. They're helpful with those factors and troubleshooting them, and they can narrow it down to where the issue is. So, again, I encourage anybody with trouble to reach out to them. It's a ticketing process. You got to wait. You got to get a technician to come out to your house, and they'll check all the lines and stuff. But 9 out of 10 times they do find where the issue is.
Perfect.
And thanks, Rick, for helping that.
Well, thanks for that update. Dave?
Not too much going on this week or the last couple of weeks, other than normal holiday stuff. But thank you, Sean, for the update on that, and Mayor Davis for going back. And I know there was that email string was probably a good 15 or 16 messages long. So it was good to see that get worked out. I'm going to continue the pursuit of Park Mobile. So I'll be reaching out to them. I'd like to get this up and rolling and off the ground before the nicer weather gets here. Look forward to one of them coming to one of our meetings in the very near future. Other than that, it was, like I said, very quiet 2 weeks, not too much going on, which is both good and bad, I guess. So, but thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Dave. Mayor?
It's been quiet. I have nothing.
Perfect. Thank you, Mayor. Anything else for around the room? Oh, thanks, Sean, for posting that.
Yeah, it just crossed my mind as we were talking about it.
That's a good idea. All right. Bill, did you have anything?
Bill, you're
No.
oh, there you go.
I saw we received our fourth quarter report for,
Yes, and I was I guess we were quite pleased that all in all, it's about a little over 4% down for the year. So that was a pleasant surprise. We'll see where it goes with the current illnesses and the infection rates, but people definitely spent in October and November.
right. Okay, then with that said, let's move forward to our formal meeting of the Common Council. Can you please call the roll?
Newman,
Here,
Cameron,
Here,
Rautenstrau,
Here.
Mylum,
Here.
Cook.
Here, please stand for the pledge. To the flag.
The United States of America, to the republic
To the
for
republic
which it stands,
Which
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our prayer has been provided to us by Chaplain Rick Oates. Dear Lord, approaching you, it's your desire, as we do by grace. As Coach McDermott once said, keep humble and keep hungry. We're inspired at the same time towards the team of leaders and every person in our blessed community, the city of Tonawanda, our home. We are humbled and hungry, humbled, grateful we are for your goodness, O Lord, ultimately triumphing at the end of the day, above and beyond even the worst of tragedies and trying of challenges, as they really are, never having the final say. May a bigger picture, a greater God, and perhaps a greater love come forth. We are humble and hungry. Fill us with a brighter light, dear Lord. Darkness seizes where there is light. The light shines forth, a light turned on, and poof goes the dark. Hungry we are. Equip us with zeal, peace, comfort, assurance, and strength as we dive into the new year. Stir a hunger within us and an expectation for renewal. Refresh our vision, purpose, and faith. Give us new thoughts, processes, and strategies. Uncomplicate it for us, Lord. Simplify it all. Make it easy. Diligent work, yes, but show us the best of ways. No wandering, but steadfast with faith. Sought after wisdom, co-laboring smartly and wonderfully so. Seeking, asking, hearing, listening, and acting. Thank you so much, Lord. Cheers, love, and peace from above. All right. We have some certificates that the mayor and council have prepared. One for Lieutenant Stewart, who's retiring after 29 years of service with our police department. A second is for John Bartolomeo, who has served the city for 34 years. And a third is for Squires, after being in business for 25 years. Our clerk has those certificates, and the mayor will present the city employees with their certificates, and we'll take care of Squires. We also have a citation for Lieutenant Stewart from Assemblyman Conrad that the mayor will present. And we also have a proclamation for Lieutenant Stewart from our Erie County legislator. And I'm just going to ask our clerk to read the proclamation into the record.
All right, this is from the Erie County Legislature dated January 7th, 2021. I hereby certify that at the regular session of the legislature of Erie County held in County Hall in the city of Buffalo on the 7th day of January 2021, a resolution was adopted of which the following is a true copy. Whereas Timothy Stewart, a lifelong resident of the city of Tonawanda, is husband of Sharon Wallen Stewart, father of Catherine, Jessica, and James, and loving grandfather to Waylon. And whereas Timothy Stewart graduated from the Tonawanda High School in 1980 and attended Erie County Community College, where he graduated with an associate's degree. And whereas Timothy Stewart was hired as a safety dispatcher with the Tonawanda Police Department before being hired as a police officer on November 21st, 1991. And whereas Timothy Stewart was promoted to lieutenant on October 10th, 2005. And whereas Timothy Stewart was named the 2020 Tonawanda Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by the Exchange Club of Tonawanda in 2020. And now, therefore, it be resolved that the Erie County Legislature pauses in its deliberations to recognize and honor Timothy Stewart upon his retirement from the City of Tonawanda Police Department and wish him well and wish him many blessings in his next chapter of his life. Kevin Hardwick, Erie County Legislator.
Thank you very much. I know each of the council and the mayor will have, more to say about each of our city employees at the end. Also, I know I know the mayor awarded the Holiday House Decorating Contest. And I'm sure the mayor will speak more on that. With that said, we'll move forward with our regular agenda. Communications from the mayor have been ordered and filed. Communications from city officials and correspondents have also been ordered and filed. We are not going into executive session. So at this time, we'll now take comments by the public on the resolutions. There is an opportunity for you to raise your hand. Please do so at this time if you wish to address the council on the resolutions. Jim, any indication that we have any comments by the public?
I have no indication from any comments by the public, Madam President.
Okay. Last call, if any of the public wish to address the council, there is an opportunity for you to do so at this time on the resolutions. Okay, let's roll.
Okay, resolution number 1 by Councilmember Camerediner.
Do we have a second?
I'll second, Madam President.
Second by Mr. Newman.
Resolved that the common council minutes for December 15th, 2020 be accepted as filed.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman.
Aye.
Camerediner.
Aye.
Rautenstrau.
Aye.
Mylum. Cook.
Aye.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution 2 by Councilmember Rautenstrau.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it, Madam President.
Second by Ms. Camerediner.
Resolved at the recommendation of the city engineer, Jason J. Lamonaco, that the common council authorizes and directs Mayor Rick Davis to enter the city of Tonawanda into agreement with Mark Cerrone, Inc. for construction of the Niagara River and Ellicott Creek Riverfront Access and Docks Improvements Project at a cost not to exceed $819,500. Funding for this project will be $819,500 from the New York State Department of State, Niagara Greenway, and Erie County grants.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Hammerdiner,
Aye.
Rautenstrau.
Aye.
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution 3 by the council, seconded by the council. Whereas local law number.
Mr. Clerk, I'd like to make a motion
Okay,
to waive the reading of this resolution. Do I have a second?
I'll second it, Madam President.
Second by Ms. Hammerdiner. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Comments or questions on resolution 3? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Hammerdiner,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 4 by the council, seconded by the council. Be resolved that the city of Tonawanda, Mayor Rick Davis be authorized and directed to advertise and to hold a public hearing pursuant to legal publication regarding local law number 3 for the year 2020 entitled "A Local Law to Amend the Number of Members on the Board of Assessment Review to 5 members." And be it further resolved that this public hearing will be held Tuesday, January 19th, 2021 at 7 p.m. City Hall Common Council Chambers, 200 Niagara Street, Tonawanda, New York.
Will the comments or questions?
I have a question. Is this going to be held via Zoom or?
I was just going to ask that.
If my understanding would be, we would be still having the Zoom meetings.
Okay.
So should we amend that resolution then, Mike?
Yes, Jim, I would add that it's going to be a virtual public hearing.
Okay,
So motion to amend as a virtual public hearing,
I'll second that, Madam President.
second by Mr. Newman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect.
so it'll be state that to be further resolved that this public hearing shall be held Tuesday, January 19th, 2021 at 7 p.m.
I would just say that
The 20, or just 20 to 20, or
that
January 19th, 2021 via Zoom virtual meeting.
I would say be it further resolved that this public hearing shall be held virtually on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Everybody go with that?
Yes.
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 Council President, I would just add that it states in conjunction with the Common Council meeting instead of, because if you put the time down, then you're locked into that time.
True.
So
So
just
can-
amend it to say it'll be, the virtual meeting will be held during the virtual Common Council meeting on January 19th.
True. Okay, so amend it to say, be it further resolved that this public hearing shall be held virtually on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021 in conjunction with the Common Council meeting. All those are in agreement?
Yes.
Yes.
Jim, you got that?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Any other comments or questions? All right, please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Hammerdiner,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Aye.
Of the Zoom meeting.
Resolution Number 5, by the council, seconded by the council. Whereas on March,
Mr. Clerk, I have a motion. Motion to waive the reading. Do I
I'll
have a
second
second?
it.
Second by Ms. Cameron. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Just for the public's knowledge, it's not to, we're not, disregarding the reading of this for any, that we don't want people to know what it is. It's just a very long resolution to be read.
Right. Comments or questions? And comment, this resolution is in conjunction with the executive order from our governor. It just directs our city assessor pursuant to the New York State executive order as a result of the pandemic to grant exceptions on the 2021 assessment roll to property owners who would be afforded that opportunity. So I would encourage any resident, if they did have any questions, to reach out to our city assessor's office, Dave Morano. Any other comments or questions? All right, please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Cameron,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution 6, by the council, seconded by the council. Whereas the city of Tonawanda takes DWI seriously, and whereas the city of Tonawanda, in conjunction with Erie County, are working together to stop DWIs. And whereas the city of Tonawanda would like to continue this agreement with Erie County, now therefore be resolved that the Common Council of the city of Tonawanda hereby authorizes Mayor Rick Davis to sign the 2021 contract with Erie County to stop DWI.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Cameron,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 7, by the council, seconded by the council. Whereas the mayor has determined that the building inspector, city engineer, assistant city engineer, deputy city attorney, city clerk, director of parks and recreation, fire chief, police chief, superintendent of public works, administrative assistant, mayor's executive secretary, and civil service secretary receive raises commensurable with all other bargaining units throughout the city. Now therefore be resolved that the above mentioned positions receive a 1.5% raise retroactive to January 1st, 2021, and a 1.5% raise on July 1st, 2021.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Cameron,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 8, by the council, seconded by the council. Whereas the city of Tonawanda has an interest in supporting and fostering all caring, committed, and responsible family units in the city of Tonawanda, and whereas in order to accomplish this goal, the Common Council desires to establish a domestic partnership registry to provide a mechanism by which those who choose not to marry can be entitled to certain social benefits and privileges now accorded only to those in legally recognized partnership. Now therefore be resolved that city hereby establishes the domestic partnership registry as per your agenda.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Cameron,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted.
Resolution number 9 by Councilmember Rautenstrau.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it, Madam
second.
President.
Ms. Cameron,
Second by Ms. Cameron.
whereas the New York State Law Enforcement Accreditation Program approved on December 3rd, 2020 revisions to the records retention and disposition standards, it is now necessary for the city to adopt such amended procedures. Now therefore be resolved by the County Council of the City of Temecula, their retention and disposition schedule for New York local government records, LGS-1, issued pursuant to Article 57-A of the Arts and Cultural Affairs Law and containing legal minimum retention periods for local government's records, is hereby adopted for use by the officers in legally disposing of valueless records listed therein. Be it further resolved that in accordance with Article 57-A, only those records will be disposed of are described in retention and disposition schedule for New York local law government records, LGS-1, after they have met the minimum retention periods described therein. And B, only those records will be disposed of that do not have sufficient administrative, fiscal, legal, and historical value to merit retention beyond established legal minimum periods.
Comments or questions? Please call the roll.
Newman,
Aye.
Cameron,
Aye.
Rautenstrau,
Aye.
Mylum,
Aye.
Cook.
I declare the resolution adopted. At this time, we'll now take comments by the public following the resolutions. For those wishing to address the council, there is a opportunity for you to raise your hand and speak. Anyone wishing to do so can do this at this time. City Clerk, do you have any indication from anyone from the public wishing to address the council?
Madam President, at this time, I do not have any comments by the public.
Okay. All right, last call. Anyone wishing to address the council can do so at this time. Okay, Mr. Newman.
Thank you, Madam President. I have a few comments this evening. One, I would like to welcome our newest Sun reporter, Sydney Buchwald, along. Hopefully she'll find some good stuff to write about. Secondly, I would like to thank John Bartolomeo for his service to our DPW. I've known John a long time as well. His father was a member of a fire hall. He was a member of a fire hall. I've known him real well. And I'd also like to thank Tim Stewart for his service. I mentioned this early on when he was got his award earlier this month. I've also known Tim a really long time as well, and it's been great for him to serve the city as he has for so long. I would also like to mention that our fire department on December 26th brought a baby into this world. So it was, specifically Eric Kresminski, paramedic. He took a call for a woman in labor, so they were able to deliver a child on December 26th. Pretty exciting. With all the, the bad things that have happened in 2020. So it's good to see positive, and it's kind of what these guys strive too. So it's been good. And I also want to thank Chief Stewart for his work, staying on top of the COVID with the vaccinations, keeping everybody in the loop on vaccinations. And he's also working with county officials too, that we are kind of on a standby situation. So when mass dosing comes out, that we could be one of the sites to administer the vaccination. And we're prepared to do that with our paramedic department. That's all I have, Madam President. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tom. That's great news. Ms. Camerediner.
Thanks, Madam President. I too want to say congratulations to all of our city employees. John, for your service, thank you very much. And Tim, it's a well-deserved retirement. Enjoy that new grandbaby. I'm sure you'll be babysitting from here on out. Other than that, I'm hoping that 2021 is better than 2020 with us moving forward. As you all know, back in 2020, we were faced with, a big budget issue that we had. And, it came to my attention, it was a team effort. It wasn't one person that made the hard decisions with the 2021 budget that the mayor had laid on us. So I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that this is a team that we all work with. And I just want to continue that with 2021 as well. That's all I have. Thanks, Madam President.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Camerediner. Mr. Rautenstrau.
Thank you. Just to add to, Don's comments, not only that, but, when we were up against the wall in the middle of the year and we all worked together, hopefully we're facing some better situation, as Dave said. Hopefully it's a little more optimistic this year, but, I just want to say thanks to everyone for the work that we've done on the budget, for all the employees, what they did last year, to get us to a more reasonable number. I know we don't have numbers in, and I know nobody wants to say anything until we have definite numbers, but, with those cuts, with the state aid and the sales tax coming in a little better than we thought, we are looking at a much better position than we thought we would be at this time of the year. So, definitely not victory laps, but maybe dodged a bigger bullet than we thought we were going to have. So, definitely great work to everyone on that. To be repetitive, congratulations to Chief Stewart, to Tim Stewart, to John Bartolomeo. Thank you guys for your service. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys through this process, and just thanks for your service. And I wish you guys well in your retirements. I also do want to reiterate, I know I mentioned in the when we went around the room, tomorrow night there will be a presentation in regards to the Police Reform Committee. Just some more community outreach, just looking for some information, getting people's comments and opinions as they move forward into coming up with a policy or and eventually a resolution on our end as to what we want to see in place, what the police department needs to do their job better. I welcome everybody to come to it tomorrow at 7 p.m. We posted some updates on the community pages on Facebook. There's flyers that have gone around to churches that have been hung up in City Hall, put out in the bulletins at the local churches. It's been on the community bulletin board in front of City Hall. And please, if rather than reading everything off, if anybody has any questions or wants to attend, please reach out to any of the council. We can forward you the information for the Zoom. And we'd just love to hear everybody's opinion on that. And I think that is really it for me. So thank you and Happy New Year to everyone. Look forward to another year working together.
Thank you, Mr. Rautenstrau. Mr. Mylum.
Thank you, Madam President. Without running the risk of sounding like a broken record, I would like to congratulate both Mr. Stewart and Mr. Bartolomeo on their long careers serving the city. I was going to try to do some quick math in my head of how many hours and over the years of dedicated, but that's way beyond me right now. I just know it's a lot of time, a lot of dedication, a lot of time away from your family, serving the city. And I think we also have to say thank you to their families for sharing their family member with us. The nights away, the days away, the snowstorms, anything on call for a police officer. There's the family members certainly serve that career along with their loved ones. So, thank you to not only Tim and Mr. Bartolomeo, but to their families for sharing them with us. I wish you both a very long and very healthy retirement. Just very happy for both of you. Other than that, that's all I have for this evening, and wish everybody a happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mylum. Mayor?
Thank you, Madam President. And I am going to sound like a broken record as opposed to Mr. Mylum. I'm just going to thank, like Lieutenant Stewart, Mr. Bartolomeo, and their families for allowing us to have their loved ones be a member of our city workforce, and wish both of them good luck and Godspeed moving forward in their next fun adventures in life. Something I hope one day, I'll be able to partake in, which is retirement. I believe all three of these homes had their lights taken down, and I hope everybody was able to see the social media posts. But the best use of lights, obviously, 470 Fletcher Street. That house was absolutely phenomenal. The most holiday spirit went to 201 Franklin Street, and the Mayor's Award went to 164 DeKalb Street. And the one thing I noticed driving around this year, and I don't know if it was because of the pandemic, but there was a lot of Christmas spirit. And, we might not have had as many entries as we have in years past, but it was nice to drive around and see so many residents get into the holiday spirit. So my hat's off to everybody that even if it was a simple light across your front gutter, everybody that displayed their holiday spirit in an otherwise depressing year. So many thanks to them. I also want to thank the council for passing the domestic partnership registry. I had a few months ago, I had a few residents approach me that their significant other whom they weren't married to, they were going to lose health insurance at the end of the year without a domestic partnership registry, either in the state, the county, or the city. And in this day and age, 2020, and especially during a pandemic, nobody should be losing their health insurance. And, we'll work on trying to get this countywide and statewide, but in the short term, this was a quick fix for these residents and their loved ones to be able to keep health insurance. And again, I want to thank the council for adopting it, and I want to thank our legal department for reviewing everything and putting it together. And last but certainly not least, hate to be kind of a downer. I know there's a vaccine. The vaccine's coming, maybe not as quickly as we want it, but a sobering statistic I read today, there is a death in America every 33 seconds from COVID. And I know we've seen our city workforce, a few members test positive. And please don't let your guard down. I know the holidays are over. I know we're all sick and tired of social distancing and not seeing loved ones and things like that. But, you know, if we hang on just a little bit longer, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So hang in there, everyone. And here's hopefully a better ending to 2021 than the beginning. So thank you, Madam President.
Oh, I was muted. Here. Thank you, Mayor. Happy New Year, everybody. I wanted to give a shout out to Councilmember Rautenstrau, who recently celebrated a birthday a couple days before Christmas. So happy belated birthday from all of us. I know the mayor's giving his age virtually, but I'm not. So, but happy birthday. I too want to welcome Sydney Buchholz to our community. We had a great conversation last week, and I look forward to more conversations with her. And I look forward to seeing additional coverage in the city. But welcome, Sydney. She is joining us via Zoom, so I think we'll be seeing a lot more of her on our meetings. I want to give a congratulations to now Council President Bob Pecoraro, who was appointed Council President in North Tonawanda. And I want to thank Eric for all of his service to North Tonawanda. And we look forward to working with Council President Pecoraro in North Tonawanda. You know, one of the challenges with the virtual meetings is, you know, we can't have, you know, our department heads or our city employees that are retiring come to our council meeting and be presented with the certifications and the proclamations. And, you know, we give them our thanks in person. So I know that there will be a ceremony per se, or a swearing in for, you know, the police, outgoing Stewart, Lieutenant Stewart. So with that said, I know the mayor will be presenting the certifications on our behalf to the city employees, but, you know, Lieutenant Stewart is a tremendous asset to our community. When I started going door to door, you always hear about the top-notch services we have in our community. And, you know, we recognize that firsthand. Lieutenant Stewart has often been from the community policeman. He always goes above and beyond for any resident in need. And his retirement is absolutely so deserving. I'm so proud of him. We're so thankful for him. I wish him and his family all the best. We're sad to see him leave our force, but you know, he's not going to be far away from us. So, you know, he bleeds warrior blood, so I know he won't be going too far. So thank you, Lieutenant Stewart, for all you do each and every day. And we wish you and your family all the best in your retirement. I've been fortunate to know the Bartolomeo family for quite some time. In fact, John and my dad go way back. John played Little League. My dad was the coach. And, you know, funny story, my dad and his best friend, Dave Berg, who he coached with, would get together and they would strategize and game plan. And I mean, it's Little League, so, you know, you scope out the opponents and they would strategize. And John Bartolomeo's mother would call my dad and Dave Berg over, and she would feed him dinner. So shortly enough, this got into a routine where my dad, and I call him Uncle Dave, but would strategize and go over game plans. And sure enough, John's mother would call him over and they'd be at the kitchen table, and John Bartolomeo's mom would be feeding him dinner, and started to get to a routine habit, but for my dad, but just a funny story to share. But And he was a great baseball player back in Little League. So, you know, I wish John all the best in his 34 years, He served 34 years in the city. I wish him and his family all the best in his retirement, and certainly well-deserved. So kind of wanted to end on that note. Kudos to Lieutenant Stewart and Mr. Bartolomeo, and I wish you all the best. And Happy New Year from the council and mayor to all of you. And, you know, I think 2021 will be looking up. So with that said, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll second it, Madam President.
Second by Ms. Camden. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, you
You as
too.
well.
Good night.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the Zoom call. Have a nice evening. I will be
Thanks,
ending the call
Jim.
now.
Thanks, Jim.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good
You
night.
too.